It was just another busy day. At least, that's what Ollie thought. The office was filled with noise, keyboards clicking, phones ringing, people talking, but inside Ollie's mind, there was only one thing: work, deadlines, pressure, success. He sat in front of his laptop, completely focused, trying to finish an important project. That's when his phone lit up. He glanced at it and froze for a second. Amy Redhart. A small smile appeared on his face, but it disappeared just as quickly. "I'll call her later," he whispered, and pressed reject. A few minutes passed. Again, his phone rang. Amy Redhart. This time, he didn't even look properly. He just sighed, slightly irritated. "I'm really busy right now." Then, again, he rejected the call. For a moment, everything went back to normal. Or at least it looked like it did. But something felt off. A strange heaviness in his chest. A quiet voice inside him whispering, "Pick up the call." But he ignored that too. Hours passed. Meetings came and went. The sun slowly disappeared. The office lights grew brighter. And life moved on. But his phone stayed silent. That silence felt louder than any ringing. Late at night, Ollie finally leaned back in his chair. Tired. Exhausted. Done with the day. He picked up his phone and stared at the screen. For a few seconds, he didn't move. Then slowly, he opened the call log. 5 missed calls, Amy Redhart. His heart skipped a beat. A small wave of guilt passed through him. Maybe she needed something, he thought. Without wasting time, he pressed call back. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. He frowned. That's strange. He tried again. Ring, ring. Still no answer. Now his heartbeat started to rise. He stood up from his chair, walked slowly toward the window, and called again. But the silence on the other side remained. "Maybe she's sleeping," he said softly, trying to convince himself. But deep down, he knew something wasn't right. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept checking his phone again and again, hoping to see her name appear, hoping to hear her voice. But nothing came. The next morning, before even getting out of bed, he called her again. No answer. Now fear began to replace guilt. He called again, and again, and again. Each ring felt heavier than the last. Then suddenly, his phone rang. His heart jumped. But it wasn't her. It was his neighbor from the village. Ollie answered quickly. "Hello." The voice on the other side was slow, heavy, broken. "Ollie." His heart started pounding. "Yes? What happened?" There was a pause, a painful silence. Then the words came, words that shattered everything. "Beta, your mother." Ollie's breath stopped. "She passed away last night." The world went completely silent. It felt like time had frozen. Ollie couldn't move, couldn't speak, couldn't breathe. "No," he whispered. "That's not possible." His voice trembled. I just saw her call yesterday." The man on the phone spoke again, softly. "She was calling you again and again. She just wanted to hear your voice." Ollie's legs gave up. He fell to the floor. Tears rushed down his face. No, no, no. With shaking hands, he opened his phone again. And there it was. 5 missed calls from Amy Redhart. Each one felt like a knife in his heart. He screamed, cried like a child. "I was busy," he kept saying. "I was going to call her back. But now." There was no later. No second chance. No "I love you" left to say. That night, Ollie sat alone in his dark room, holding his phone tightly, staring at her name. But he didn't call anymore, because deep down, he knew the truth. Some calls are never answered again, and some regrets stay forever. Redhart, if this story touched your heart, don't wait, call your parents today. And subscribe for more emotional stories that remind us what truly matters.